Good morning, students. Next topic, hexagonal and face center cubic arrangement. In this heading, formation of first layer, formation of second layer and formation of third layer. Three topics are given. First one, we are going to learn formation of first layer. In this arrangement, first layer is formed by arranging the spheres as in case of two-dimensional ABAB arrangements. Here ABAB arrangement takes place. That is, if we are assuming this is A arrangement, means this is B arrangement and this is similar to A and this is similar to B. So this is called as AB arrangement. Here atoms are arranged like this. If we are considering this is A layer, next atoms are placed at the depression of first layer, that is between the two atoms. So this is called as B layer, and again if atom place junctions, that is depression of second layer, means it is similar to A, first layer A. So it is also termed as A only. Like that, if atom is placed depression of third layer, means it is similar to first layer, sorry, it is similar to second layer, so that is called as B. Formation of second layer, in the first layer A, there are two types of voids and there are designated as X and Y. So here two types of voids are there. These voids are called as, voids means empty space. These voids are denoted by X symbol. These voids are denoted by Y symbol. Like that, if these voids are denoted by X symbol, like that these voids are denoted by Y symbol, like that it's going on. So in this arrangement, two types of voids are there. It is designated as X and Y. See here, this void is termed as X, that is in first row 2 atom, in second row 1 atom, means this junction is termed as X. In first row single atom, in second row 2 atom, means this junction is termed as Y. See here, this atom and this atom and this atom, in first row 1 atom, in second row 2 atom, this junction is termed as Y. In first row 2 atom, in second row 1 atom, means that type void is designated as X. So two types of voids are there. So in first layer A, there are two types of voids are there, both are designated as X and Y. The second layer B can be formed by placing the spheres either on the depression on X or Y. So this is the first layer. If we place atom on this layer, means that is called as second layer. We can place that second layer atom either on X void or Y void, that only given here. Let us consider the formation of second layer by placing the spheres on X. Here we are consider two possibilities are there. Second layer atom can place on Y void or X void. Here we are assuming we are placing the spheres on depression on X. Whenever a sphere of second layer B is above the void X, the first layer A tetrahedral void is formed. Which one is X void? This is X void. So here 2 atom, here 1 atom. between this void is called as X. If you place an atom on this void means this is called as tetrahedral void. In first layer 3 atoms are there, that void is termed as X. If you place above this one atom means that is called as tetrahedral void. This constitute 4 spheres. In first layer 3 atom, 1, 2, 3. In second layer 4th atom. So totally 4 spheres, 3 in lower and 1 in upper layer. That is 3 atoms in A layer and 1 atom in B layer. When the center of these 4 spheres are joined means tetrahedron is formed. At the same time, voids Y in the first layer are partially covered by the spheres of layer B. If you are placing the second layer atom on X void means tetrahedron void is formed. Simultaneously Y void also partially covered. Now such void is called as octahedral void. That means, see here, in first layer 3 atom, in second layer, in first layer 3 atom, in second layer 3 atom, totally 6 atom. In first layer 3, in second layer 3. So this is called as octahedral void. This constitutes totally 6 spheres, 3 in the lower layer, that is A layer, and 3 in the upper layer, that is B layer. When the center of these 6 spheres are joined means octahedron is formed. In our previous paragraph they discussed about tetrahedral void, here octahedral void. Simultaneously new tetrahedral void are also created by the 3 spheres in the second layer and 1 sphere of a first layer. Simultaneously new tetrahedral voids are also created. How? By 3 spheres in the second layer, that is this layer, and 1 sphere in first layer. So below this, if this atom is there means that is called as tetrahedral void. The number of voids depend on the number of close packed structure. Number of voids depend on close packed structure. If number of close packed structure is n means number of octahedral void is generated is equal to n, and the number of tetrahedral voids generated is equal to 2n. If n close packed spheres if present means totally n octahedral void is generated and 2n tetrahedral void is generated. Next one, formation of third layer. Third layer of spheres can be formed in 2 ways to achieve closest packing. First one is ABAB arrangement, another one ABC arrangement. ABAB arrangement means HCP structure, ABC arrangement means CCP structure. The spheres can be arranged so as to fit into the depression in such a way that a third layer is directly over a first layer as shown in figure. This is ABA arrangement is known as HCP, that is hexagonal close packed arrangement. The tetrahedral voids of the second layer, are covered by the spheres of third layer. See this picture. So this is ABAB arrangement, HCP structure. See here, if this is A layer means, if this is A layer, atoms are placed in the depression of first layer. Atoms are placed depression of first layer. So here one atom and here one atom and here one atom means you will get this second layer. It is termed as B layer. Like that, if we place atoms in the depression of second layer means, so between these 3 spheres one atom is present means that is similar to this atom. If you place surrounding atoms means you will get third layer, that is it is similar to A layer. So this is also termed as A. So this is called as ABA arrangement and this is called as HCP structure. This green atom is second layer. Thus this tetrahedral void is covered by third layer atom, that is this pink color atom, that is this is tetrahedral void. So tetrahedral void of the second layer are covered by the spheres of third layer. Alternatively, third layer may be placed over the second layer in such a way that all the spheres of the third layer fit into octahedral voids. So this arrangement of the third layer is different from other two layers AB. So hence the third layer is designated as C. If stacking of layers is continued means we will get ABC arrangement and the pattern and this arrangement is called as CCP structure. This is ABC arrangement, CCP structure. Already you know this is A layer. If atom placed in depression of first layer here, that is between the three atom, one atom is placed means you will get this second layer and this third layer is designated as C. So this is A layer and this is B layer and this is C layer. So third layer is designated as C if stacking of layer is continued. So again you have to put the same A layer and again B, again C. If the stacking of layer is continued in ABC pattern means then the arrangement is called as cubic close packed structure. In both HCP and CCP arrangement, the coordination number of each sphere is 12, that is it is surrounded by 6 neighboring spheres in its own layer. Totally coordination number 12, that is totally how many atoms are surrounded? Totally 12 atoms. 6 neighboring spheres in its own layer and 3 spheres in the above layer and 3 spheres in the lower layer. So 6 plus 3 plus 3 totally 12. So coordination number of both HCP and CCP arrangements is 12 only, that is 6 atoms in 3 layers. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally this atom is surrounded by 6 atoms, 6 in one layer. Below this and above this 3 atom. Here 1, here 2, here 3. Above the layer 3 and below the layer 3, totally coordination number is 12. So this is most efficient packing. This topic over. And some additional video also for understanding tetrahedral void, octahedral void and CCP arrangement and HCP arrangement. For understanding, for better understanding, I will post some additional video also, some animated videos. Okay. So this topic over. Next topic, we are going to calculate the packing efficiency in FCC unit cell. Already we calculated packing efficiency for body center cubic and simple cubic by using this formula. Packing fractions or packing efficiency is equal to total volume occupied by the spheres in unit cell divided by volume of unit cell into 100. Here unit cell is a cube, so volume of cube, that is volume of unit cell, is a cube. A cube. Volume of unit cell is a cube. So if we know the total volume occupied by the sphere in unit cell means we can easily calculate the packing efficiency. How can we calculate the total volume occupied by the spheres? If you know the two details, first one, you must know volume of one sphere and how many total atoms, one atom or two atom or three atom. If you know how many atom present in unit cell, already we are calculated. Number of atoms in simple cubic is 1. Number of atom in BCC is 2. Total number of atom in FCC is 4. Already we are calculated. So if you know the number of atoms and volume of one sphere means we can calculate total volume occupied by the spheres in unit cell. By using this formula, we can calculate packing efficiency. So in this topic, we are going to calculate packing efficiency of FCC unit cell. For FCC unit cell, the volume is same only, that is A cube only. For FCC unit cell, the number of atom present in unit cell is 4 into volume of one sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube, 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the formula. So if you know the radius means we can calculate the volume of one sphere. If you know the volume of one sphere means that value is multiplied by 4. This is the way for getting packing efficiency for FCC unit cell. Let us continue. See this picture, my dear students. Triangle ABC, so triangle ABC, apply Pythagoras theorem, that is in this triangle this is A and this is B and this is C. So apply Pythagoras theorem means AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Here from this picture, AB length is A and BC length is A, BC length is also A. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. From that equation, AC is equal to square root of AB square plus BC square. In this equation, we are substituting, instead of AB, we are substituting A. Like that, instead of BC, we are substituting A, because AB length is small a and BC length is small a. Both are obtained from picture A. So AC is equal to square root of A square plus A square, that is 2A square. If A comes out of the square bracket means you will get A root 2 or root 2A. So from this equation we know AC is equal to A root 2 or root 2A. And from this figure, that is AC, here A and here C. So in this line AC is equal to 4R, because for this corner atom 1 radius and for this corner atom 1 radius, for this central atom 2 radius, totally 4 radius. AC is equal to 4R. Here we know AC is equal to A root 2. Comparing these two equations, AC is equal to 4R, AC is equal to A root 2. Comparing these two equations, left hand sides are equal, so right hand side also equal. So from these equations we got A root 2, that is 4R is equal to A root 2, because right hand side also equal. So 4R is equal to A root 2. From these we can calculate radius is equal to A root 2 by 4, that only given here. By using this R, we can calculate the volume of one sphere by using formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. You know already R value. If you substitute R value in this equation means we can calculate the volume of one sphere. So next we are going to calculate the volume of one sphere by using formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r. Instead of r, we are substituting r value, that is root 2 a by 4. That is, this r value is substituted in that equation. So 4 by 3 pi root 2 a by 4 whole cube. So we can write 4 by 3 pi root 2 a by 4 into root 2 a by 4 into root 2 a by 4. If you are multiplying all these 4 means 4 into 4 16, 16 into 4 64. A into a, that is a cube. 2 into root 2, that is 2. 2 into root 2, that is 2 root 2. So 4 by 3 pi 2 root 2 a cube by 24. So if you are simplifying this equation means, that is 16 4s are 64, 8 2s are 16, 3 into 8 34. So root 2 a cube into pi, root 2 a cube into pi divided by 24. This is volume of one sphere. Totally, how many number of sphere belong to FCC unit cell? Already I told, for simple cubic, total number of atom present in simple cubic is 1, total number of atoms present in body center cubic is 2, total number of atom present in FCC cube is 4. If you multiply total number of atom into volume of one sphere means, you will get total volume occupied by the sphere. So 4 into root 2 pi a cube divided by 24. If you are simplifying means, you will get root 2 pi a cube divided by 6. We are applying this value in packing efficiency equation, that is total volume occupied by the sphere, that is root 2 pi a cube divided by 6 divided by volume of unit cell, that is a cube into 100. We can cancel this a cube and a cube, means you will get root 2 pi divided by 6 into 100. For root 2 value is 1.414, for pi 3.14 into 100 divided by 6. If you are simplifying this value means, you will get the packing efficiency of FCC is 74%. So this is the packing efficiency of unit cell for FCC. That's all.